Welcome to renttv, the cancelled show. I feel like today, I don't know if maybe it's this fit, everything just feels like a therapy session. Everything just feels like a therapy session. So this is a question that always lingers on my mind. I feel like I could tell the difference, and you should try to be able to tell the difference. It's a very important question you need to know the answer to and ask yourself a lot of times, especially when you're doing something in life or just anything. Is it competition or is it hate? You have to ask yourself that. Is it competition or is it hate? Because a lot of times people disguise hate with competition, where they'll frame it like, oh, nah, it's just competition. But in reality, when you look at the details always tell you. Your mind starts going crazy sometimes, like, is it competition or is it? If you don't know. But if you had practice, you've been around enough snakes where you could translate the hissing, you could tell instantly, oh, nah, this is hate. Now how you deal with that is how you deal with that. You could deal with it with a smile. You could deal with it with anger. You could deal with it with distance. You could deal with it with, there's a billion ways to deal with it. But that's always after. You have to be able to decipher and be able to tell, is it competition or is it hate? Like, I'm motivated by a lot of people. I see certain moves people make and I feel a way as far as I'm motivated, like, oh man, like I'm happy for this person, like, whew, like I have a certain energy now where I feel like, man, I gotta get in my bag too. Now that's different than, man, look at what this person is doing. Like, people's minds start playing tricks on them. This person trying to outshine me. This person trying to look down on me. This person trying to shit on me. Or, man, I'm better than this person. They're not better than me. Or, other people think they're better than me. I know people are watching this and thinking this guy or this girl is better than me. They're not better than me. And it's like, whoa, where are you drawing from? Is it from a negative or a positive side? If you believe in those things. Where it's like, is it motivating you? Or is it making you bitter? Have you consumed by negative energy? Instead of it have you consumed by positive energy, where you feel like, man, yeah, I gotta get in my bag too. Where it has nothing to do with looking down on the other person. It has nothing to do with you wishing anything negative on the other person. It's just, now I gotta get in my bag. Where you're motivated. But a lot of people who view it from a hate perspective always want to hide it a lot of times because nobody wants to be known as a hater. So they'll just try to present it like, nah, it's just competition, man. It's just competition. But there's a difference between being competitive and being a hater. There's a big difference. And sometimes it's a thin line where if you're not sharp enough, you might mistake and think one is the other. The other is one. Unless you played it too. Psych now. You feel me though? And sometimes outside pressure comes in. the snake in Adam and Eve story, outside pressure comes in. And I'm not talking about restricted to a relationship between a man or a woman or whatever relationship you have. I'm just talking about, it could be like, when I speak, I always speak from, it could be friendship, it could be family members, it could be anything, any type of relationship. It could be co-workers. It could be any type of relationship. Siblings. Where it's just outside pressure start coming in. How do you deal with that pressure? Because sometimes outside pressure could turn you into the biggest hater. Look at what this guy is doing. Look at what this girl is doing. Especially when you were cool with somebody or people know you are affiliated with that person or were affiliated with that person. It's like, oh, look at what this person is doing. What are you doing? And sometimes some people don't even have to put pressure on them. They might just start feeling like that. But when that outside pressure comes in, if you don't know how to deal with a certain type of energy, it could Adam and Eve you. It could Adam and Eve you. Where I've seen situations where people, if you're not a certain type of person, people will put pressure on you to start hating somebody. Where every time they'll keep reminding you, look at what this person is doing. Look at what they're doing. Look at their situation. Look at what's going on. What are you doing? What's going on with you? Where are you at? I've seen people, significant other, do that to them where they're putting pressure on them to compete with someone else. Like, look at what he's doing. What are you doing? And it's like, ain't you supposed to be with me? Like, why are you? Or another friend will tell you, look at what your friend is doing. Like, ain't you supposed to be my friend? Sometimes it could be your parents. Look at what he's doing. Look at what that person. And then that energy builds up in somebody who doesn't know how to be hate resistant. You feel me? Somebody who doesn't know how to be hate resistant, now they'll come around that person and start having a certain type of negative energy towards that person. And then when you sit down and really think about it, that person is not even thinking about you. Doesn't even have that type of energy towards you. You're just another person to them. But whole time, because someone else or some outside entity is putting pressure on you, comparing you, and you're not hate resistant, you start feeling like you're going through what you're going through, almost like because this person is dimming your light or this person is taking something away from you when that person is not even thinking about you. You're not even a thought. And if you're a friend to that person or you have a certain relationship to that person, they might be thinking about how they could possibly help you. And they may not, if they're not hate resistant also. Jesus Christ. It's too much heat. The mic went off.